All right, there breaking news coming in, and this is in connection to the Patra Chawl land scam case. Sanjay Raut gets bail, and the bail has been granted to Sena MP Sanjay Raut's kin. Main accused Praveen Raut gets bail, and that is the big breaking update that we are getting to at this point in time. Sanjay Raut has got bail in the Patra Chawl land scam case. And going straight across to my colleague Abhishek, who is joining us on the broadcast. Abhishek, we are learning that Sanjay Raut has got bail in the Patra Chawl land scam case.
Yes, definitely, and it's a big relief at the moment because, one of the, the Enforcement Directorate has framed him as an important accused in this entire Patra Chawl land scam, which and also several money trails, including the families, were out that was presented in front of the court. And also there was a huge amount of argument from both the sides, and the order was reserved. And definitely is an unexpected, but definitely a big, huge relief when it comes to Sanjay Raut. As far as the case is concerned, definitely bail is being granted, but the case will continue, and several other important documents related to money transaction and money trails are with the Enforcement Directorate. But as far as the Maha Vikas Aghadi is concerned, two senior leaders are still under the judicial custody, but Sanjay Raut getting bail is something that is a big relief for the Maha Vikas Aghadi at the moment, and this is something that the Uddhav camp will rejoice today, and it will be celebrated. Back to you.
Right, Abhishek. This is a big relief for Sanjay Raut and, of course, the Uddhav camp. If you could also, walk our viewers through what essentially were the allegations against Sanjay Raut in this particular case.
See, definitely one of the company that was involved in the redevelopment of Patra Chawl was the close associate of Sanjay Raut. The person was involved over there, and there was more than 1,000 crores of the land scam that was done. In fact, many home people who were living in the Patra Chawl were shown the dreams of the huge homes that will be given to them, but they were cheated, and on their land, private builders, land was sold to private builders to build private building, and that's where the entire scam is all about, and BHFL was involved in it. And later also there were certain land parcels that were sold in the Konkan area.
Right, Abhishek. Right, Abhishek. I'm going to have to cut you short there. We have Mahesh Tapase of the NCP who is joining us on the broadcast. Many thanks, Mr. Tapase, for joining us here on Mirror Now. We are just learning that Sanjay Raut has got bail in the Patra Chawl case. Please weigh in on this.
Well, if the courts have given bail to Mr. Sanjay Raut, I'm really appreciating the efforts that his legal team has put in. And the natural justice, the natural rule of law has to be applied in all the cases. Jail is a exception in all the cases, and bail is the rule. So Mr. Sanjay Raut has been very vocal about the MBA government and very critical of the current Shinde Fadnavis dispensation. So right from day one, it has been said by Shiv Sena and the MBA partners that he has been specifically targeted so that he silences his opposition to the Shinde Fadnavis government. And now that he's come out, we'll see under what condition the bail has been granted. And I'm sure that he will be absolutely acquitted from the current case.
Right, Mr. Tapase, many thanks for joining us here on Mirror Now and sharing your views. So that is the big breaking update that we are getting to you on this particular story. Sanjay Raut has got bail in the Patra Chawl land scam case. And going straight across to my colleague Shweta, who is joining us live on the broadcast for more on this. Shweta, what more details do we have about this? Sanjay Raut has finally got bail. And all right, we seem to have lost that with my colleague Shweta, but we are being joined by Arvind Sawant of the Shiv Sena, who is joining us on the broadcast. Many thanks, Mr. Sawant, for joining us here. We are learning that Sanjay Raut has got bail. What are your views on that?
Delighted. It was delayed, but still we got the justice and therefore delighted. And he deserves he was deserving it. But still, beauty. But anyhow, I'm happy. I do not want to make any adverse comment now. I'm really happy, really happy that our leader of the Shiv Sena, a dynamic leader of the Shiv Sena, has come out of all these false and wrong allegations on him. Clear. Hello.
Right,
hello,
right,
hello,
Mr.
hello.
Sawant. Mr. Sawant, what do you have to say about the allegations against? Right, right. We can hear
I
you,
said
Mr.
it now. He
Sawant.
has come out of
Mr.
all
Sawant, if
these
you could also
allegations.
weigh in on.
Beg your pardon?
Right,
Hello.
right, right.
They were false allegations.
Right,
They were false.
right, right,
Everyone
Mr.
was
Sawant. That's
knowing
what.
it. Everyone was knowing it. He was a political. It was a pure vindictiveness of the political parties, of the ruling political routine parties of the country. And out of that vindictiveness only, he has said it time and again that he was offered to join them. If you don't have food, he has to face so many issues. And that they have done it. But still, the justice is there. We are happy with the judiciary. At least the democracy will be saved if such judiciaries are there in the country. Hello.
Right. So why do you feel that there was vindictiveness from political parties? Sir, we can hear
100%.
you. Why do you feel there was vindictiveness from the
quote one
political
example.
parties?
I'll quote one example. That regarding that rupees 55 lakhs which he borrowed from his friend or something like that. Okay. Now he has shown it because he is a member of Rajya Sabha. So while filling up the form, he has not hidden it at any time. It was not hidden at any time. He has said it. I have taken the loan. I have reported it. But still, from where this is the way they want to harass it. He never kept it. Close the.
Sawant sir, this is
He was open on that. But why that Patra Chawl? No
Arvindji,
relation at all with him. Just because by the name virtue of the surname is same. Because harass him. And the second part is that he has said it in the press also that he was offered many times to join BJP or keep silent. He did not keep silent. That shows that there was a vindictiveness. Hello.
Arvindji, this is Ketan Vaidya this side. I wanted to ask, Arvindji, can you hear me? This is Ketan Vaidya this side.
Yeah, I can hear you, Ketanji. Tell me. I can hear you, Ketanji.
So I wanted to ask, you just said that he was, yes, I hear you. So you said that the BJP had offered him a seat and they had offered him to join. So are you alleging that this was a false case made out, or it was a weak case that didn't stand its ground? What is the Shiv Sena's exact allegation after Sanjay Raut getting this bail?
It was 100% a false case. Forget how can you say a weak case? It was 100% a false case. It was 100% a false case and proved by the, the other day when the court was, in case of another way also, the court has fired the police department. Are you managed by the other people? The court has said in case of Ravi Rana. So same thing, it is happening with that. The police is surrendering to the pressure of the rulers. And they were acting on that. And ED and other things, everyone knows it. What is ED, what is CBI, what is income tax? All these institutions have been spoiled by the ruling party.
During the course of the MVA rule, we also saw that Nawab Malik was arrested, Anil Deshmukh is inside. So collectively, the opposition, do you feel that you need to take these cases up as well?
Again, definitely. See, again, the same case. How is it that because we were lenient, we were fair enough for the rule. As far as the law is concerned, we've always said the constitution, the law of the country is always upheld, should be upheld. And therefore, we kept silent and we kept on fighting with the court. But the view has done it. Again, ED. Hypothetical charges are being made and are being harassed by the peers. Are being harassed like this. So look, God is great here. At least the justice has been delivered. I'm really happy that Sanjay Raut is coming out. That's all. Enough.
Okay. Thank you for joining with us. So we are also joined by Shweta. I would like to ask Shweta what's happening outside the court and what are the reactions from the family members and all those Shiv Senics who are present in the court. This thing.
Yeah. Ketan, absolutely sea of emotions pouring out. We are just in front of the special PMLA court, and since 1 hour, in fact, the entire court pronouncement was delayed as there were some substantial changes which were being made, and the judge M.G. Deshpande was going through the needful corrections. And after that, we saw it was just a fraction of seconds when we just hear one particular statement that made a lot of difference to entire Shiv Sena of Uddhav Thackeray camp, as well as to Sanjay Raut's family and all the Shiv Senics, those who were present in the court premises. It was bail granted to both. It is not just Sanjay Raut, who was arrested on 1st of August around 12:05 a.m., but along him is also Praveen Raut, the co-associate, who was arrested in the month of February. So definitely a huge development as far as the Patra Chawl redevelopment case is concerned. In fact, my video journalist Mahesh Katkam is showing you the exact things which are happening outside, Ketan. If you just see, all the media cameras are standing right there so that the relatives of Sanjay Raut, if they happen to come out via this gate, will definitely ask them their emotions. But, minute things which we were understanding being inside the courtroom was several prayers done by Sanjay Raut's family as the correction was taking time. It was delayed by an hour. So we have seen those expressions, how the daughters of Sanjay Raut were reciting prayers, the kind of facial expression they had hold on to. But yes, very significant case, and here it's a great respite to Sanjay Raut as well as to Praveen Raut. In fact, Praveen Raut relatives were also present in the courtroom, and here we are
one
seeing
small question, Shweta, before I toss back to Ashna.
Development has come from.
Yeah.
Yes, Ketan.
Shweta, one question before I toss back to our anchor Ashna. What did the court exactly have to say while granting bail about the case per se? And of course, the ED has a scope of higher appeal. But what did the court had to say while granting the bail to Sanjay Raut?
Well, Ketan, it was just fraction of seconds. The case number was announced, and just right after that, they said out. It was granted, and both the applications were granted. It was that both the applications were out, and it was clear-cut statement by the judge, also M.G. Deshpande, as there was, a much of time which was involved in the corrections, and there were several papers which the judge was also going through. And right after, in fact, when we were present inside the courtroom, right after when both the applications, bail has been granted, we could hear series of claps, in fact, from the court, the corridor of the court, in fact, and we rushed down. In fact, let me also show you some of the visuals. In fact, our viewers can also see this is the particular place, special PMLA court, what my video journalist Mahesh is showing you. And in fact, Sanjay Raut was brought in from the back gate as he was still the accused, but now it is more expected that wife of Sanjay Raut, both the daughter, son-in-law, and two brothers. Remember, we have attended all the hearings, we have seen all the, judgments what were being made, but we saw brothers of Sanjay Raut constantly interacting with the media, giving them the updates. So yes, it has been anticipated even now that brothers of Sanjay Raut, that's Sunil Raut and Appa, can come down anytime soon right here, and they can interact with the media. But yes, very huge development as now Sanjay Raut is free. He is out of Arthur Road jail. Today was his, in fact, judicial custody ending, and huge development for Sanjay Raut's case. Back to you.
Clearly, Shweta. So, how long before Sanjay Raut and his associate Praveen Raut are released? Because there will be more formalities before the leader is released. And what kind of reception are the Sena workers and leaders planning for him?
Well, Ketan, I'm sure there will be a huge reception which has been already planned by the Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray camp for Sanjay Raut. But before that, there are legal procedures which has to be followed after PMLA court's decision of granting bail to Sanjay Raut and Praveen Raut. What we are understanding out of the protocol is the detailed order copy would be coming firstly, and then it would be taken to the Arthur Road jail also before sunset. Well, that's the criteria, that's the protocol, what the court also follows. And after that only, if it before sunset, that would be well and good for Sanjay Raut and Praveen Raut. But if it doesn't happen, there will be one more night where Sanjay Raut as well as Praveen Raut have to spend in the jail barricades. But nevertheless, huge development, and the next day for sure calls for more brightness and happiness for the families and relatives of Sanjay Raut. In fact, for the entire Shiv Senics of Uddhav Thackeray camp, we are pretty sure that Sena Bhavan will be also decked up, because, you know, it was one person, Sanjay Raut, who was quite upfront in all the issues, whether the person has to hit back on center or talking about the opposition of that time. You know, it was Sanjay Raut, and now the person is back. And if we just totally see what exactly happened in Patra Chawl redevelopment case, it was being seen that ED was trying to collect all the substantial evidences against him, but that's a huge decision. In fact, you know, we could hardly see such kind of important judgment coming from the lower court. If we just know, you know, you talk about Anil Deshmukh case also, he had to reach up to the High Court. But here, in fact, it can be more surprising also, where the Session Court, in fact, the lower court has given the bold decision. Usually, it doesn't happen, Ketan, but yes, indeed, you know, great sign for Sanjay Raut and great respite for the entire family and Shiv Sena. Back to you.
Right, Shweta and Ketan, a huge relief there for Sanjay Raut. Many thanks for joining us with all those details.